Cancer, this is your horoscope for December 2018. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. From the 1st of December until the 17th, you've got Mars, the male principle, planet of drive, what I want, sitting next to Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, the other side. And they sit together in your 9th house of higher realms, education, broadening your horizons, and learning something new. Opening your mind to understand new things you haven't discovered before. So Mars in Pisces is not particularly happy. Mars rules Aries. So in Pisces, it's forced to look at the spiritual side of things. It's at 9 degrees though, and in numerology, 9 is about spirituality and completion. So Mars is able to move forward spiritually, and because Neptune is right on top of it at 13 degrees, which is 4, it gives it a really solid platform to kind of walk off into the other side. It's almost like astral projection. And because it's in the 9th house of the higher realms, if you're a Cancer who is trying to figure out what it all means spiritually, if you're trying to connect with your higher self or with the universe or higher beings, or you're trying to just learn how to meditate, the conjunction between Mars and Neptune in your 9th for the first 17 days of this month is going to help do that for you. And the nice little catch with that is if you do that work, you'll be given information about your career and how you can improve that. Just a nice little side effect you get from being willing to connect with something bigger than yourself. On the 3rd of December, Venus, the planet of love, romance, beauty, and creativity, goes into Scorpio in your 5th house of romantic relationships. So that is really good news. Venus loves being in the 5th house because the 5th house is love. So from the 3rd, Venus stays in Scorpio all month. You'll really feel intensely about certain people, and love is in the air. You are interested in making a genuine connection. And Mercury, the communication planet, is also in that 5th house. It's in Scorpio at 28 degrees, but it's in retrograde. So from the 3rd until the 6th, there's a much greater focus on love, but because Mercury is still in retrograde, errors can be made. Sirens can go off. On the 6th of December, Mercury goes direct. Mercury is the communication planet. It's still in your 5th house at 27 degrees in Scorpio. So Mercury, 2 and 7 is 9, spirituality and completion. Scorpio is a water sign that allows you to dive down and to get to the core truth of what's going on emotionally for you in love and in relationships. So if you're a Cancer that's in a relationship and you have rationalized your relationship away for the last couple of years, you've not been happy, but the children and the money, it's going to be very difficult for you here in December to keep kidding yourself, because Venus is now at 2 degrees, 1 and 2 is a relationship, and Mercury, the way you think, are in your 5th house, and you're really going to be thinking, yes, the practical things are important, but I'm just not in love with this person anymore. Or it could be that you are in a relationship and you've been unsure of how you felt, and now with this Venus and Mercury movement into your 5th, the penny drops and you're like, oh my goodness, I love this woman. I realize now I love her. If you're single, you're really going to be interested in forming a genuine romantic relationship. And you've got Saturn and Pluto sitting in your 7th house of relationships in general, And that indicates if you work at it, you can change your relationship status. So for you, Cancer, December is a blessing when it comes to your love life and to connecting with yourself and the higher realms. So you really understand yourself, and because of that, you exude this loving, wonderful energy. You're not at war with yourself, so other people will be attracted to you. Wow, good for you. 7th of December, we have the new moon in Sagittarius, and that happens in your 6th house of daily routine, work, and your physical health. I will make separate videos on the new moon and the full moon to go into more detail, but the most important thing for you, Cancer, is that you know it happens in your 6th house, and that has to do with practical things like work and your physical body. So a new moon is when the moon and the sun sit together, and the moon pulls in lots of energy to recharge its batteries. It's pulling in Sagittarius energy, which is fire, and fire is about life purpose and passion. So that works perfectly with what you're doing. Passion, looking for new relationships or getting clear on relationships, and also exploring the higher realms and exploring what you're all about and what you want to do and how you want to broaden your horizons. So that energy is going to help you move forward and discover that for the next couple of days until the 13th of December, when Mercury goes into Sagittarius, in your 6th house. So on the 13th, the working side of things is going to become more important, and you have Mercury, Jupiter, the lucky planet, the Sun, your identity, and the transiting midheaven, work, sitting in that 6th house. So any ideas you get from now on, from the 13th of December onwards until the end of the month, about your work, about changing direction, about doing something else, about starting something new, make sure that you write those down, that you absolutely do not dismiss those ideas. These are the golden nuggets that are being given to you by the universe that can lead you in a completely new direction when it comes to work, especially the Cancers watching this who want to become self-employed. This is your month to really set the goal, to decide this is what I love, this is what I care about, and this is what I'm going to do. And get started with it now, once Mercury goes direct, which was on the 6th. So from the 6th of December onwards, it's all systems go in terms of your life purpose, passion, and love life. Now, that energy is a lot, and you're going to work your way through that for the next couple of days until the 22nd of December. All the energy is in your 9th, in your 6th, and in your 7th. So it's about broadening your horizons. It's about finding what it is you want to do in work and how you can expand that and make it something that you feel more passionate about. And it's about broadening your horizons when it comes to your relationship, looking at where you actually are, what it is you actually want, and pursuing things. I think you're going to be successful in both areas. So it depends on what's more important for you. If you're in a happy marriage and you don't need to bother with that, but work is a problem, then obviously focus on work. If it's the other way around, work is sorted, but you're single and you want to be with someone, then throw everything you've got at relationships. You'll really make huge progress. On the 22nd of December, we've got the full moon in Cancer, and that happens in your 1st house of self. So the full moon is when the moon reaches its completion point and it lets go. It goes, boom, I'm done. and it showers and it releases all of its energy, and you will receive all of this Cancer energy, which is your energy, in your first house. The North Node is in Cancer at 28 degrees. So during this full moon on the 22nd, again, the Cancers who want to do things independently, or any Cancers who have to make a decision, or anything that is in your life where you're able to take the initiative and get something going, the 22nd of December is the day to do it. On the same day, the Sun goes into Capricorn, so happy birthday Capricorn, but the Sun now joins your transiting midheaven, Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships, but they're all in Capricorn, so again, major changes when it comes to your work and your relationship based on your feelings that you've really been able to just identify very clearly. And now, because you've been able to get those golden nuggets of emotional understanding, you can move forward. The Sun in Capricorn as well, your identity now at the end of the month becomes really practical. Capricorn is about setting goals and working your way towards that goal. So Cancer, I'm so pleased for you. Whether it's love or work, you'll get the information you need, and then by the end of the month you'll hit the ground running and you'll start to implement those things, and you'll have lots of support from other people, and things are going to grow and expand easily. So it is a good month. The step that you can't leave out though is the soul searching. Without that, you won't get the broadening of the horizons and the goal that you're actually meant to pursue. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you're working with here in December. The energy continues the way it is until the end of the month. On the 31st of December, we have Uranus in Aries in your 10th house, sitting on top of your transiting Ascendant in Aries in your 10th house. So, New Year's is the day when the Cancers watching this who have pondered self-employment, this is when finally the penny drops and you get the confidence and the courage, and while people are singing Auld Lang Syne and kissing, you're going to say, do you know what, I'm going to do this by myself, I'm going to start my new business. And that's it. There's a grand trine in the chart on the 31st in water, and it's because you know what it is you love and you know what direction you're going in that you're able to now take these practical actions. So out of all of the signs of the zodiac, Cancer, you're one of the luckiest ones here in December. It's your month to really make changes and get things going. Congrats. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology, and I combine them all. So the way I combine the numbers with the astrology here, I do all three. I can draw up your astrology chart by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. That gives me a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, which is a blueprint of your soul. And by looking at that, I can see what your vocational aptitudes are, what your life purpose is, where you've been in past lifetimes, what's destined for you in friendship, love life, money, spiritual progress, health, and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you would like a reading, please head over to gregoryscott.com. Have a wonderful December, and I'll speak to you soon.